Hi, it's me again. Happy New Year to all. And for this episode, I'd like to share with you the experience that I'm going to do with the leftovers from last night. And I know by now many are afraid that they have probably overeaten, especially carbs. But more than that, you can still maintain the low carb diet even with the leftovers that you have from our media noche, and of course the eating and the fun that we had for this day. uh, I'm actually going to have a late lunch, and it's almost a few minutes before 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And my breakfast was about I think I had my breakfast at around 8:30 this morning. I don't feel hungry actually, but this is a good opportunity to show you what you can do with the leftovers and still maintain your low carb diet. So here, okay, it's 1 minute before 4 o'clock. Okay, so here's the time. It's 1 minute before 4 o'clock. So I'm going to have my lunch, although I admit I don't feel hungry yet because of the low carb diet. I just had a bowl of dinuguan this morning. That dinuguan was a side dish that I cook, having prepared the whole lechon last December 30. And it was a form of a freebie from the supplier of the pig that I grilled into a whole lechon. And that was the dinuguan that I was able to cook out of the entrails of the pig, slaughtered pig. Uh, well, we had some leftovers in the fridge. So that was my breakfast with some fruit, of course, just to maintain the low carb diet. Now, of course, as part of the usual Media Noche and Noche Buena feast, here we have on the table leftovers from last night. For most Filipinos, this would be a regular fare. Okay, let's. Okay, so that's smoked ham. And here you have the usual display of fruits from the usual display of fruits. I don't know if it's 12 or 13. I'm not sure now, but definitely there are fruits. Here you have yellow watermelon, and here you have a bowl of the small oranges, mandarin oranges. I think these are called kiat kiat, and a small branch or a small sprig of grapes, and there. This is a bowl of what's left over from the lechon. I just cook it into the usual lechon paksiw, and this is what I'm going to have for lunch today. So late lunch, 4 o'clock, and just to start, I will pour myself a. Again, this is leftover, leftover red wine from last night, just to whet the appetite. Hmm. I think I'll have half a glass. That will do. So it should go well with the meats. So you have here, you have ham, which is of course homemade. This ham, my grandson and I prepared about 12 days ago. So we started from scratch. We brined this leg of ham, and then we cured it. This is actually one half of what we had last Christmas Eve. So this one has been cured longer than what we had during the Christmas Eve. So this was cured before it was smoked for 11 days, and that should be good enough. The requirement is only 5 days. And again, this is the from the leftover lechon, which I also I was the, how do you call it? Probably the chef. So I prepared the lechon. I did the marinade. I supervised the grilling and everything. And when it was served, I was also the, well, what's the proper term for that? It's not butcher, but I was the one serving, so I was also the one chopping. Uh, and then yesterday, I found the leftovers from the lechon. So, not wasting anything, I transformed it into lechon paksiw, my own style. So the taste deviates a little bit from the regular lechon paksiw. It has added herbs and some special condiments, but I won't tell you because it's a trade secret. Ha! Anyway, so where do we start? I now have a glass of wine. So again, Happy New Year to all. Mm. Ah, it's Moscato. Anyway, this is just from California, so I don't expect it to be that good. But as it is, it's already good, and it should go well with the meats and the fruits. So I'm sure it will go well with the grapes and these small mandarin oranges. So here's to lunch. Mm. Now, the lechon paksiw. See this? It's a piece of skin and it's almost gelatinized. Let's have a taste. Mm. How I wish that you had not only smell a vision but taste a vision as well in your in your monitors because it's good, very good actually. Again, a piece of skin. Don't be afraid of the skin because, well, the skin contains a lot of collagen, and when it is cooked like this, that's free collagen for you. You don't have to spend so much on your collagen. What? Well, I'm not fully aware of the range of products using collagen, but this is collagen. Hmm? That's good. Now let's have a piece of flesh. Ha! Hmm? Also very good. Plus, you know, a sip of red wine. Ah, it goes very well. This red wine and this lechon paksiw. Mm, very good. Sometimes I love myself because I cook this. Now let's try This ham was actually prepared by my grandson, Nicolo Bautista. So I just supervised him from, of course, from scratch. So he was the one who injected the pumping pickle or the brine and the curing salt. Uh, and then we kept it in the ref. This is the other half of that leg of ham last Christmas Eve. So it's just half of that leg, hind leg actually. And after the curing for 11 days, yesterday he was also the one who smoked it in the griller. Okay. Uh, I already know the taste of this and it passes my strict standards for ham. Remember, I'm a vet. I'm also a professor of animal science. So, again, I know what I'm saying when it comes to cured meats. Mm, very good. I commend my grandson for doing a perfect job. Mm. Then, of course, you have wine. Mm. Perfect. It's just perfect. Mhm. Let's have more of that ham. So good. Actually, yesterday, while my grandson was smoking this ham, I took a picture and uploaded it on Facebook, saying, we don't have the funds. We don't have the funds to buy excellent ham, so that's why we just needed the patience to make the ham ourselves from scratch. But it turns out, as one of the advisors for the curing and preparation of this ham, who is a professor at the Institute of Animal Science. The name is Dr. Christy Bueno. She advised us on how to prepare the ham. Although, of course, as a veterinary student, we had this subject that taught us how to make processed meats and everything. But that was what? I think about 50 years ago. So the stock knowledge that I have in preparing ham is about 50 years old. So I had to consult, of course, with Dr. Bueno, Christy Bueno. And she said, Doc, there are already many developments with regards to the processing of meats. And I listened. But, the stock knowledge is stock knowledge. So it was a little bit easy for us, me and my grandson, to do the necessary steps to transform the leg of ham into this beautiful and tasty and juicy smoked ham. So anyway, going back to what I was saying, uh, I posted on Facebook that we didn't have the funds to buy Excelente ham. I'm not advertising Excelente ham. Uh, but that was just some sort of a joke because I know the outcome will be better than Excelente ham because we didn't cut corners. We really went through the process of even smoking for 4 hours the cured meat, and the result is so good, just very good. Okay, take a look. Even the color is very inviting, and it's, as you can see, it's moist and of course tender because it's been cured for 11 days. Mm, that is perfect ham. Smoked ham. And of course, I have to down it with a sip of red wine. Good red wine. Mm, that is life. Again, life at this season of joy, what can I say? But, well, thank you, Lord. You've been so kind. So, I think that's it. Now, the only, of course, I will have to finish this, but you don't have to watch. I know you're salivating again. So that is how you maintain your low carb diet. Of course, these are required. You have here yellow watermelon to provide you the fiber, although it is sweet, but don't be afraid of the sugars that are here because in the presence of crude fiber or fiber, there is a slowing down of the absorption of these sugars once they are digested in the gut. In the presence of crude fiber, the absorption of these sugars from this sweet fruit will somehow be slowed down. So I do not expect my blood sugar to spike even after eating these fruits because it contains a lot of fiber. Aside from containing a lot of sugar, it contains a lot of fiber. Mm. I can help it. Again, I have to pour myself, let's say, half a glass of wine because it's just so good and it goes well with all this. Mm. Now let's try this. I don't know. Is Kiat Kiat actually an improved version of calamansi? Those who are in the know, please tell me in the comment section. Now, you are looking at a small mandarin orange. Of course, it also contains sugars, but take a look. That's where the crude fiber is. So, following the advice of Dr. Lastig, probably I'll just remove this part. That's where the stem used to be, and I'll try it for the sake of an intake of high fiber. I will eat everything. Hmm? There's a little bit of tanginess in the skin or peel, but it's so good. This this orange, mandarin orange, is so sweet. So to get the maximum benefit, I eat everything. Mm. And of course, I have these grapes. Mm. I eat everything as well. Even I swallow the seeds. Mm. It's also sweet. And of course, grapes. Uh, the sugar in grapes is fructose. But I'm not afraid because I eat everything, including the skin. Mm. Yeah, this is low carb. Again, a piece of that lechon paksiw. That's a lot of tasty fat, but I'm not afraid of fat because fat is flavor. Mm. Follow it up with the wine. What else can I ask for? Nothing else. It's just that this is low carb diet. That's for one. I have to maintain a low carb diet. Second, I have to, I have to dispose of some of the leftovers. But it fits the low carb diet. Mm. Mm. Yeah. Mm. Everything is a perfect blend. But I guess that's the end of the wine for me. Mm. Yeah. This one. Mm. It's quite it's quite a big piece. So I'll put it on my plate. That's a big mouthful. I don't want it. It's quite rude for me. This is a video. So at least, even if you see me as a gourmand, I maintain some table manners. Hmm. Mm. 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 I love my grandson. He did a perfect job of making this ham up to the very end, even at the glazing stage of this ham. He did it with very minimal supervision from me. Hmm? Perfect blend of herbs and spices, and the sweetness from brown sugar glazed with mustard and cloves. Ha! You know, if you eat something as good as this, and that you are an Italian or want to emulate an Italian reaction, is something like this. You put it in your mouth. My saliva is dripping. And the moment you taste it, that's how the Italians do when they appreciate good food. They don't say it in words. They just twirl their hand like that. Ah, good. Mm. Even the parboiling of the ham is perfect. So I just told my grandson, you only need to parboil it for about 20 minutes so that it maintains, hams are not supposed to be cooked well. That's why the process of preparing or cooking the ham is called parboiling because it only means half cooked. But because of the curing, the change is that it's already similar to something that has been cooked, but it's not really. Mm. Mm. It's so good. So good. Maybe I won't go to Quiapo again. Why do I need to go to Quiapo? Well, to buy excellent ham. Not anymore. Not anymore. Sorry, excellent ham. Uh, I am now, how do you call it? I'm no longer a fan because I guess this one is better. Mm, mm. Oh, that was a mouthful. I'm cheating now. I told you the second pour was the last for me with regards to the wine. But the food is so good. Oh, just a little. Cheers. Mm, so good. Okay, so anyway, uh, I know the spread is irresistible. I have to finish this, which gives me not only sugar but more importantly the crude fiber. This as well, although it's grape and it's grapes and it's very sweet, but I have to eat it with the peel. And this one I showed you, you can eat it whole to get the maximum benefit. It's a little bit tangy because of the rind and the oils that you find in the rind. But what is important is when you eat the rind or the peel, you get a lot of crude fiber or fiber, which is good because you're taking something that is also rich in sugars. And the only way you can offset the bad effects of the high sugar content of fruits is to take it in a way that you also get a lot of crude fiber. Eat, eat it as is. Okay? So definitely I'll finish this up. What's on my plate and what's served before me. And I hope to see you in the next video. So until then, again, my best wishes for the holiday seasons. I hope 2024 will be a better year for all of us. And at this point, well, what can I say? Life is so good. Thank you for all the blessings. Thank you for the low carb diet. I am rediscovering myself, and you know my background. I came from therapy and treatment of for depression, clinical depression and anxiety. And right now, as a direct effect of the low carb diet, I'm in heaven, which means that the low carb diet promotes positive mental health, which, well, at some point, I sit down and think about what's happening to me. But it's largely because of the promotion of good mental health that I feel fine, I feel energetic, I feel sprightly. My mind is working well, like a well-oiled machine compared to what I've been maybe 3, 4 months ago. Yeah, I was a zombie then. But right now, ask me anything and the answers pop up in my head as if, well, as if, as if it was only a few hours ago that I had that information. So that's the effect of the low carb diet. And as I said, well, let's just summarize what we have here. This is skin, which provides you collagen. There's a layer of fat underneath the skin, but the fat is needed for your diet because it is from the fat that you probably get some essential fatty acids. Okay, And since this is from animal source, this is the type of food which is easily digestible by humans. Okay. So what am I saying? Well, probably in the evolution of mankind, the hunters won. Yeah, cheers. Hmm. Anyway, I'll finish all this except this one, of course. Yeah, because this is cured and preserved, it can last several days, several weeks. But this one, I'll finish this one definitely. Also this one and this one. So until then, goodbye for now. But in parting, of course, I always say, enjoy your life, enjoy your friends. Most especially, we have just been through a season of joy and friendship, fellowship, family, uh, and of course, do not forget to enjoy your food. Like I am enjoying. I'm not even afraid if it is. Yeah, there's a fat layer here. Okay, take a look. There's a fat layer there, but that's good eats. And what is the fat? What benefit do you get from eating the fat? Well, just remember this: fats contribute to good, positive mental health. So do not remove the fat. It's good for you. Okay? So I guess that's it. See you next episode. Hopefully, I'm a little bit guilty because of the spread of the food. Hopefully, we can do it a little meager next time. Maybe focus on the principles behind the low carb diet rather than entice you with this spread of food. I know. It looks good, so appetizing, and you are salivating. Ha 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 ha. So, till next time. Bye bye.